Here. Waiting for Taylor. 5 more minutes. Better be a good show.
And you know it is. I'm LaFern Cusack.
And I am Patricia Cage. And welcome to Girlfriendship.
Is it alcohol here?
Mm-mm. Hey! Welcome to the Ultimate Girl Fest here on Girlfriendship. We're getting our Taylor Swift down. My son was like, Mom, are you trying to be like Taylor Swift? I was like, yeah, baby, look at my sparklers.
We all strive to be Taylor Swift.
Down to her singing, her dancing, her sparklies.
It's a love fest for Taylor Swift. Get ready for the soundtrack of your friendship because a lot of people have Taylor Swift's music as their soundtrack of their lives. And I'm admit, I got a few songs that, I gravitate to and bring back memories that are from Tay-Tay.
Yes.
So, but, anything from Love Story, which, I actually saw that music video on TV this morning.
Did you?
Which, I know, a coincidence, huh? And I said, hey, I'm doing a podcast on Taylor this morning. I said, it must be a good omen.
Yes,
But anything from Love Story to All Too Well, and everything else in between. I mean, the girl's got so many hits, but, and
who knew? Until we went to the concert, I didn't know how many hits she had. I was just like, whoa, I know this song.
She was like, I know, she made this song. And I'm like, yes,
she
LaFern.
made this song too? Oh
yes, LaFern. She made that song too. But I'm like, we're all tailored out. We're in these beautiful rainbow sparkle jackets that are representative of her album 1989. And we got these glittery boots. Both of hers, LaFern's in pink and mine are in the beautiful sparkle. Looking all diamond-esque. He's like diamonds.
Yes.
Huh? And we even have our friendship bracelets that says 1989, Bad Blood, which was another good hit with another song. You were like, she made that song. I'm like, yeah. Taylor made that song too.
Me and Patricia, we had a great time at her concert at the Laemmle Theater here in the fantastic North Hollywood NoHo.
But you know what? We had to bring a bona fide guest to sit on the couch, somebody who knows Taylor Nation. And so we brought back our girl, Z contributor, Eleanor Renfrew, who knows all things Taylor. Welcome back.
And thank you for letting me talk about one of my favorite things that I can talk about for hours and forever and ever, forever and always.
I got a secret for you. I can too.
Yeah.
We love Taylor.
Yes. So I love her business sense.
I love everything about her. I mean, this girl is she's not only a multi, winning, artist. She's a singer, songwriter. She's an actress. The girl is a business. She knows she's a director. She's a designer and she's a businesswoman.
And she was named after one of my favorite artists, James Taylor.
They have so many similarities because they're both storytellers and they know how to command a stage. I've seen James Taylor in concert and it's the best experience ever.
I know. My friend Arnold sings with, he's a backup singer friend. Do you know Arnold McCuller?
No, but who don't you know? Every time I see somebody, you're like, I know him. Or I have a friend that knows him. You are connected. You're scaring me.
Oh, no, but James Taylor's great. And so is Arnold McCuller. Would you consider yourself a Swiftie?
I do think that I am a Swiftie. I mean, I think that the Swifties are really, it's a really intense group. It's a really intense fan base. You know what I mean?
Why is it intense?
Just because I think that we all have such a fierce and passionate love for Taylor that when someone messes up on something about her, slips up and says something, everyone just gets so I'm not, a big celebrity person that's just obsessives over everyone. But with Taylor, I've grown up with her and I've seen her through so many different parts of my life, and I've seen her go through so much. Right? And I just have so much respect for her, admiration. Her as a person, I think she's just is very incredible.
But and what do you specifically love so much about her, though?
There's something about the way that I think she can connect to an audience by conveying a message so powerfully, and she's so articulate. I mean, when I I saw her in concert at SoFi Stadium, and I also saw the movie. And I mean, I get really emotional during any performance. Like, I'll cry. Like, I used to cry at my high school like performances when the hip hop team would come on. But like, I remember when I saw her during her 1989 tour when I was 10. And
me too.
You did? And I
was
remember
10 too.
I remember when she came on stage. It was like a moment I had never experienced before where I just started crying because I was just like, I cannot believe I'm in the same room as her and I'm in the same vicinity or the same stadium. And when I saw her during the Eras tour, I just was bawling. Like it was, and when I saw her, even like you would think I'd be done with it, but when I saw the opening in theaters, I was like, I just have this very emotional connection to her. And it's something too that like can't even quite be described. I really feel it. And I think that so many young women also feel this way for her. And I think Taylor's someone who just really puts it all out there. I think a lot of artists don't. So it's so hard for, I think, women pop stars to continue to stay relevant. They have to constantly reinvent themselves. And Taylor's just given it her all. And she's also literally bought back what she has made. And has just, it's so empowering.
See, we didn't get to go. We didn't get to buy tickets to the concert.
They were hard. And they're so hard.
And so we just, we had to settle for the movie, but
which was phenomenal.
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I
was like, what was it really like the concert experience? I'm like, you've seen it on the movie screen. You're just like, yeah, I was there, but what was it like to be in that stadium?
The last time I had seen her play was at when it was called the Staples Center, and so SoFi Stadium is just massive. But it was, and also I really loved the opening artists, Gracie Abrams and Haim. So that was just in and of itself really amazing. But the fan base that are the Swifties and that were there, it was just such a beautiful representation, I think, of girlhood. It was just a place, I think, where people could just truly be themselves and wear a prom dress because it's fun. And where else are you gonna wear a prom dress to a concert? And also the bracelets. Yeah, I have two. I have two more that someone else has, but one of them says "F you, Jake." One of them says Taylor's version. And I think that media and I think that culture, for whatever reason, really likes to dictate what is cool for young women to like and likes to put young women down for what they like, especially Taylor Swift. I've seen that a lot. I just think it was a place where everyone could just really be themselves and everyone was so sweet.
How many bracelets do you have?
I have 4 in all there. 2 are unfortunately with someone else, but I got 4, so I have 2 on right now. And also these are like the string is kind of falling apart. I'm gonna like keep these for a long time because I just think it's such a big deal. Like it was such a big deal to be there.
I'm gonna keep mine forever.
I'm gonna keep
Thanks,
mine
Patricia.
forever and ever. I know this is bonding our girlfriendship, but that's why we wanted to do a girlfriendship spotlight on Taylor.
Yeah,
because she is just like she's the leader for women bonding and having relationships.
Yes, she's so careful about what she says too. And even when my mom and I were listening to the song You Belong With Me, which is like one of my first Taylor Swift songs, but it's just her wording, like you belong with me, not to me. You know what I mean? Like she's just she's always been so smart about how she wants to be represented to people, but also how loving she is to her fan base as well is really sweet.
One thing that stuck out for me when back when I was 10 and I was watching her on, I think it was 60 Minutes or something. I'm just joking. I'm
About this world you create.
Yes.
Just go with it though.
You're right. Just go with it.
Taylor will let you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
She is an amazing writer. Yeah. Like she started very young writing. She wrote a novel, right?
She was like, I think she was 12. I think it was around 12 years old.
She was sitting for the interview with her guitar and just like these are my songs. This is what I write. This is who I am. It was just all her.
I think it's particularly in her songwriting. I think when she was younger, she broke so many barriers just because she put people's names in the songs. She really gave it all out. I mean, and to do that, especially being so young, is wild.
I actually could say that I think she's one of the most creative people in the world. I'm like, it's just everything she creates is just special.
Yes.
It's just like everything she does. I mean, it's like she's a person that can sit there and sing her heart out, and then the magic happens when she puts that pen to the paper.
What song inspires you the most?
Oh, this is how bad I am with
I know. No.
Taylor. This is like Taylor Swift writes her first song. It's called Tim McGraw. Right there, I fell in love with her.
Yes.
I said, the girl wrote a song about one of the finest men in country music. I love her already. So I'll always loved her because of that. But yeah, I'm a romantic. So when she writes love songs, I love all of her little romantic. She writes these cute little, beautiful love songs and I don't pick like the hits. I picked the little special gems, and there's one song called Hours. And I love that. But then Wildest Dreams was a hit because that made radio. And that's a pretty song. But I always have a special memory with Taylor because of my twin brother. Because I remember one time we were talking and he's like, hey, you know that girl Taylor Swift? I said, yeah, Patrick, I know Taylor Swift. And he was like, I really like her song. And I'm like, what song do you like? And he goes, Red.
Oh, it gave me chills.
Every time I hear Red, and every once in a while when I watch CMT country music videos in the morning, they'll play Red every once in a while by Taylor Swift. And when the video comes on, I just sit and go, I hear you, Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear you. You know, you have special timelines to her music and songs. And I do too.
Everyone
you
does.
make memories with. You make great memories with her music.
Yeah.
They're
Eleanor,
totally timelines.
What song inspires you the most?
Has so much music, and my mom in particular didn't realize this when her and I went to go see the Eras tour, and when the Fearless album was playing, my mom just couldn't stop crying because she just didn't even realize. She was like, this was your childhood, and we would play those songs and listen to those songs. So I think You Belong With Me, Love Story, those are really classics, but I think ones that really stand out to me really is the 1989 album. I think they're Clean is a really beautiful song that I think is so symbolic of so many things. I mean, I think it can be a relationship. I think it can be a pattern that you've broken within yourself. I think that it's really beautiful to me, and I think the melody within that is symbolic of a lot of the different melodies on the 1989 album. I think within Midnight's You're On Your Own Kid has been really playing in my head, just because I also think the age that I am now. But I mean, she's so many moments in songs.
But she has hidden messages in songs. Tell us about that, and what are some hidden messages?
She has quite a few. I think what's so interesting is that so many people don't seem to not like her because they're like, all of her songs are just about boys. You know, that's all she talks about. But she is a storyteller, and the Folklore album in particular, I don't think that this is like a secret, but those are characters she made up. And she made up this love triangle between Betty, James, and August. And people are so, like, that's fully a story that I've seen fans create art for and create and like want to see that story. So I think that those are so interesting. She has hidden messages within everything. I mean, the music videos that she releases, and it shows so much that she cares about her fans because she keeps them intrigued and she keeps them going and guessing and seeing when something's going to come out. By the way, 1989 Taylor's version is going to come out October 27th, which I'm very excited for.
That's where we got our 1989 inspiration from. But I mean, but she was hilarious throughout the whole concert. She was like, that's my song. I didn't know she made that song.
I know,
was like,
so many songs.
Like, shake it off. That's,
Oh my goodness. I did not know that was her. I was like,
Let's try.
this is my jam.
But we really liked Betty, and we liked it more so because Taylor cussed. We were like, oh, did Kayla say a bad word?
And then I was
We're
like, how old is this girl?
There's kids.
What's she doing cursing?
I said, she a grown ass
She
woman. She 30. She could be
is.
34
I did
years
not
old.
know. I thought she was like 20.
She's not in
I
her
know.
20s anymore.
Uh-huh.
I laughed. I thought it was kind of cute. I said, Taylor Swift cousin.
my.
That's
It's
the
also-
funniest thing.
It's funny because it just seems like she is a grown woman, but
Yeah.
when she does cuss,
a
it just
grown
seems so
Like,
like when she's
no.
like effed. Like it seems so like she's really putting emphasis on that word. And my godfather like looked over at me every time and he was like, "She said a bad word."
Yeah.
She just like that word.
But she looked good in her gown saying it. She was like,
did.
She looks beautiful.
"Ooh,
She
what was your
did.
favorite?
Which one? The gown? You mean clothes?
Yeah.
Green. You know, green's my favorite color. That beautiful emerald green dress.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
but I loved all of her cute little.
She really
bodysuits.
like plays with it in
Yeah,
the dresses.
I know.
Yeah.
I like the flowiness of it, but I really liked her little bodysuits. She's just showing. I said, "Girl, go
Looks
ahead and show
great.
that 33-year-old body.
She looks
Go ahead and
great.
show it, because when you get older, you'll get like that's what I looked like when I was 33.
Yeah.
I was doing the bodysuits. I said she'll be wearing them bodysuits till she dang near 80. I don't see her ever stopping.
I liked her. I liked her blue boots that came all the way up,
Yes.
and I was like, okay, I got.
And all her
those.
dancers
and her
matched.
pink, yeah,
Yeah.
and her pink
Best
boots.
dress backup dancers I've ever
Her
seen.
dancers need their own. They
Oh,
just
they-
need their own recognition.
I have
because-
never
them.
seen backup dancers that were so a part of the story.
Yes.
And it was it. The only thing I would change, listen to me.
Mhm.
The only thing I would change is the transition. So she made, wine and everything for
Yeah.
her lover, and he came in and he's at the head of the table. So within the transition, make the transition part of the story
Mhm.
instead of just, okay, we're going to move this table. We're going to move here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was everything else. I mean, it was that's just my eye. And, don't send me no hate on that comment. I'm
I
telling
know,
you.
but that's why the Swifties are like scary. You know what I mean? They're like, you don't understand.
Don't send me no hate. It was
my
just a stage, a little stage direction.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. And all of the dancers were an intricate part
Mhm.
of the show.
Yeah.
They weren't just a second after.
They were characters.
Yeah, I
Totally.
loved it.
I was just speechless at, her entourage of people. I mean, the staging, the backup sets. I was just like looking at every piece of every album she was profiling and just like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, those are all the past outfits that she's worn. And I was like, I
Yeah.
was catching it, but it's like, but if you're a diehard fan, you're like, you know
Yeah.
that you know what she's doing.
It's also just like for her to take back what was hers with all of her music
Mhm,
and then
mhm,
have the best-selling global tour
mhm.
and I think for all of her fans and like our childhood to replay what
Mhm.
she's done in the
Mhm.
past was just, I mean, not only was it strategically so smart,
Yep.
it was so creative, it was so
I
innovative,
loved it.
and it worked. It totally worked. When she when she wore her red hat, her
Mhm.
like that shirt, like that was so evocative of the time.
Yeah.
Mhm. When she first came out and she was like, no, I'm not going to be on Spotify. Or it was a platform that she
Yeah.
wasn't.
I think it
Spotify.
was it that? Oh yes,
it was
yeah, I think it was.
Spotify.
I was like, who is this little girl saying that and I was like, what? And then I started reading more. I was like, wow, she's really smart.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, she's such a great business person. And she's redefining what an artist should be.
Mm-hmm. But, not only did her fans show love for the concert movie, she did have one particular woman make an appearance at her premiere at the Grove. Queen Bee showed up, Beyonce, who has her own concert film coming out in December,
Yes.
which we'll probably do a
Yes.
spotlight on
Yes.
as well.
I love that artists are doing this because it's
Yeah.
Well-
it's just like if you're not able to attend the concert.
Yes, darling. Well, let me tell you.
She says it's
So, years ago, Prince, he put on a tour and he sold tickets to his live concert at the same time his concert was happening downtown. And so I went to his concert downtown and I was in the 5th row and then I waved and he said, do you want him or do you want me? Because I want you. And he pointed at me. And I'm not lying. It did happen. But anyway, so Prince had these tickets to the movie theater, but he also, with each movie ticket, you got a CD of his back when CDs,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
He went #1 on the album chart.
Right.
And then the music industry changed the rules because he was selling out.
Yeah.
And he went to the top of the charts.
Seeing artists put their care into their fans and their work, it just shows how powerful that is.
And I understand, because it's like we were part of the family, not a fan, because a fan is a fanatic, but we're part of the family, and Taylor does all of that well, and owning her own stuff. You know, Prince talked about that. He owned everything, his own stuff.
But when you watched the movie, did you feel like you were getting the same experience as if you were present at a concert?
It's so interesting because they filmed it at SoFi Stadium too. I don't think they filmed it the same day that I went, but I mean, nothing can really compare to actually being there, and the energy, I think, of the crowd is something that's so special. And just, I think, seeing her, you feel so connected. Just, again, it's just the energy radiates onto everyone. And then also you get the experience with the bracelets. But I do think that the concert that was filmed was so amazing, because it's like you have the best seat in the house and you're right up against her. I mean, I think that I did have pretty good seats. They weren't floor or anything, but I wasn't able to like see her emote the same way and also catch the details, which I actually think is really impressive, because the show is so detail oriented and there's so much going on, and I got to see the dancing more. Whereas when I went to the concert, it was just more about the atmosphere and I would say the interactions with everyone. And then I also, got the merch.
Yes. Yeah, the merch. You can't go anywhere today or hear anything without hearing Taylor Swift somewhere, at least one day out of the week. But this woman is like, she's just a woman, a human being. But now she's become like the #1 Halloween costume because of the era's tour. Right. If you went out trick-or-treating, which era would you dress as?
That's a funny question. I would probably do something that's like, do you know in the music video You Along With Me when she's like the nerdy neighbor with the glasses and the Junior Jules shirt? Yeah. That one's cute. I also think her 22, that shirt is really sweet too. So yeah, I think any of those would be really fun.
What song would you consider the soundtrack of your life?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. Oh my goodness. I know I said this previously, but I think You're on Your Own, Kid is just, I think as a person, I can kind of resonate with it, because I think that just naturally I've been an independent person, but I've also faced a lot of things that I've been like, okay, like I'm on my own. Like this is something that I have to face by myself. And I think that the way that she puts that into words, she writes so much about coming of age and being older. So I would say that one right now. And it's really been in my head recently.
We all know, Taylor's not slowing down anytime soon.
No,
and
she
continues to be a trailblazing force in the music industry. So where does Taylor Swift go from here? What would you predict in her future? I mean, I have one major prediction in her future, but what prediction do you think she'll do next? I mean, the sky's the limit with her.
The sky is the limit. What I personally want for her is to just be happy, healthy, and content. I think that she's doing so much, and there's so much stress on herself and her body from how much she's doing. And so I want in her future for her to be happy and healthy. And I'm not sure, because she is so surprising. She just will turn everything every which way. Yes. But I mean, that's a good question, because she has done this. She has done everything. Whatever way she goes, I'm just really content, because I'm so grateful for what she's given.
Love that. And I think that's one thing that our podcast is sharing the love with our girlfriends, sharing the love that we have, because there's everything out there for all of us.
I have a huge prediction for this girl.
Ooh. You've heard it first here.
I feel like
on
I know what you're going to say.
What? Broadway. A lot of
Oh.
people don't
Oh.
know Taylor wanted to be a Broadway baby. She auditioned for countless Broadway shows and never was cast.
Can she act?
Yeah, well, you didn't see. I mean, she's made 2 appearances in movies. You haven't seen her in movies? She was in Amsterdam, and
I
then
saw her in New Girl, and she was so cute.
and then a movie called Valentine's Day. And she was Taylor Lautner's
Yes.
girlfriend. They had a little small role. I mean, and you know, she's practically acting in her music videos. But
If she went to Broadway, do you know how packed Broadway was?
I think, but this is what I think. I think either she should be on Broadway, or best thing, turn her music into a jukebox musical of all her music.
Yeah.
and just the whole. And I think it should be called "Shake It Off."
Which is my theme song. That's the soundtrack to my life. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
it's a great.
I like
song.
you need to calm. When I get stressed, I always tell people you need to calm down.
Yeah, that's a good.
Oh,
one, too.
I like the boss. But what's the boss?
the man.
The man.
Oh, the man. I'm
The
the
boss
man.
She
man.
looks so powerful.
That gets me inspired in the workforce. Like I still pursuing my dreams and trying to conquer my dreams.
Amen.
Yeah, but
We all are.
But we could keep talking about Taylor all day long. But we gotta go.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Eleanor
so much for
Renfrew,
having me.
our Gen Z contributor. She's
Yes.
always welcome to
How
come back
can-
on the couch.
Yes. Always welcome. And again, how can we get in touch with you and find out?
Eleanor Ren on Instagram to hear more about what I have to say and what I'm up to. Thank
Awesome.
you guys.
Remember to hit subscribe and share.
Stay fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, and always keep the good vibes. And always remember, it's always good to have a little extra girl power, okay?
All right.
Take it easy.
Girlfriendship, brought to you by Inferno Productions. Hosted by LaFern Cusack and Patricia Cage. Executive produced by Ulani Gray and Erica McCartan. And produced by Lauren Bond. Thanks for joining in the Ultimate Girlfriend Fest.